Hey, I have a question for you.
What's your question?
Yeah, do you believe there's a heaven after we die?
What?
Do you believe there's a heaven after we die?
No, I don't.
No. Okay. So, do you believe there's a God?
I do not.
You
No,
do not. So, why do you not believe that there's a God?
just personal belief.
Personal
I don't
belief.
know. I don't think there's any evidence, and I agree that if it brings other people comfort, that they should have that right. But I personally don't believe it.
So, you think there's no evidence for the existence of God? Is that right?
I don't think so. No,
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. So, you see my house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you agree that my house as a builder?
Huh?
Would you agree that my house as a builder? Like someone built my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we don't need to see the builder of the house to know that the builder exists, right? We just simply look at the house and we know that there's a builder for it. Make
Yeah,
sense?
but you also see the studs inside of the house, and you see everything that's
Hmm.
around it, and you I bet you drive by
Yeah,
while
yeah,
they're
and
building it. But we also don't have
well, even if
things
let's say
that
you didn't see the house being built, right? Like you go somewhere else, you see a house there already built, right? Would you agree that just because that house is already there, it's already built, we know that there's a builder for the house?
yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't think that's fair to interpret that as in there must be a builder for our planet Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you believe in evolution?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So.
at least we agree on that. I just I don't believe that there's a God,
Mhm.
and sadly there's going to be nothing you can do to convince me. But I'm glad that you have your comfort.
Yeah. So I guess one last thing though, how do you think the universe came into existence then?
I think that a star died. We
Mm-hmm.
had the Big Bang,
Mm.
and what happened?
So where did the star come from?
Other universes.
Other universe. Where did the other universes come from?
It it can all be traced back to other
To
universes. I think there's
yeah. And where?
everything that has been has been.
So you think universe is eternal?
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but science already knows, right? They already agreed that the universe had a beginning.
Yes, this universe that was brought in by other universes and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. We could go into a whole debate about that, but
Yeah.
the one thing that science can't do is prove the existence of a god or anything like that. So
But
that's the problem we have, right?
did science prove that there's multiverses, other universes?
There's a theory about it.
Yeah,
They haven't
but
proved it.
was it proven already?
No, because
No,
the
right?
same thing with gravity. Gravity isn't a proven thing; it's a theory.
Yeah, but there it's a constant, right? We know that there's a gravity because when you throw something up in the air, it falls down, and that the process of
Yeah,
that
but
falling down, that's called gravity.
gravity itself is a theory, though it's not proven.
So you think there's no gravity?
I never said that. I just said gravity itself is a theory. It's not proven.
But we know we experience gravity.
No, we
So
don't actually know exactly why gravity happens. We have a theory of
yeah.
why it happens.
So I'm not asking about why gravity. I'm asking about what gravity. We know what
So
gravity is.
gravity in itself is a theory. That's a proven fact. It's a theory. It's not proven. It's a theory.
So what do you call something? What do you call the process of something falling down when you throw it upward?
It's a theory of gravity. It's the theory of gravity.
The theory.
It's not called like you can look this up on Google. It's a theory. It's not proven.
So how about friction then? Would you consider friction a theory?
It depends.
So because if you consider gravity a theory, then friction also has to be a theory because they're the same, right?
It is. It is a theory because
So
that's how scientific method works. When
yeah.
you prove something, it's a or not prove something, it's a theory.
Uh-huh.
So
So
you can have a widespread belief in something or it be factual and still be a theory. That's how the scientific method works.
but what is a theory though? So
A theory
when does
is
a theory
a
become facts?
when it
It's
is
proven.
widespread. when it's no, because then it wouldn't be a theory, would it?
Yeah,
When it's proven, it wouldn't be a theory
it
because
wouldn't be a theory, right?
it's
And that's
proven.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gravity has been proven, so it's not a
No,
theory
no,
anymore.
it hasn't though.
No, it
That's why it's
hasn't.
still
So
called a theory.
so when you hold on, when you throw something
The
and
way
it
that
falls down,
gravity happens is a
uh-huh.
theory.
Yeah, I'm not
It's a
asking
theory.
about why. Like, what is gravity? We know that.
But then why? But the why is itself happening.
Oh, well, no, I'm asking about the what
That's like yeah. So the what gravity in itself is
exists.
the theory of how it happens.
Okay, yeah.
That
So the
gravity
the
in itself.
so the theory of gravity, that's real, or is it also a
Who
theory?
knows? It's a theory.
So hold on, and again, but you said it's already been proven. I'm getting confused. So when you say proven, it's not a theory anymore.
It's technically not been
Not a
proven.
theory
It's a theory.
anymore, right?
It's a theory.
So it's been proven that when you throw something up, it goes
But
down.
it hasn't been proven. That's the
It
problem.
hasn't been
That's
proven. Like,
it hasn't. That's why it's still called the gravitational
look,
theory.
look, man, I proven to you that whatever when I drop this, it falls down. Isn't that gravity?
So why does gravity work?
What do you mean? Why does gravity work? I'm not asking
What
about
makes
why.
gravity? What
I'm
causes
asking
it?
about what. So this
But
one is this
why in
proven?
itself is
I'm not talking about why. I'm talking about the
okay.
ontological
So
thing.
if we wanna bring that back to the God conversation,
Hmm.
why is there a God?
Why is there a God?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I don't know, but I know that there is a God.
prove it.
Well, the same way, right? The building has a builder, right?
But
And so,
that's a generalization. You can't bring that back to itself.
well, and again, how does the universe exist? How did the universe began to exist?
A star
Hmm. And where did the
exploded.
star
It
come from?
caused a different universe. That's the
Okay,
ongoing theory.
so okay, so you believe in science, right?
I do believe in
You
science,
do believe
correct?
in science, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so there is no evidence, and the consensus of science is that like our universe began to exist. Let's say maybe majority of the
The
hold on,
the
majority of the scientists believe that, right? It all started in the Big Bang, right? And there's a minority, right? A minority that believes in a multiverse. That's what I know, right? Now, if you're going purely on empirical evidence and science and statistics, wouldn't it be scientific to believe in the majority of the scientists? Because
the
if you're hold
majority
on,
of the scientists believe that it started with the Big Bang,
yeah,
which happened from a star exploding. That
yeah,
is the
and
leading
again,
theory.
where does the star
So
come from?
part,
But
another
it's not.
sect of
So
universe
you're
because
saying that the majority of the scientists believe in other universes? Are,
yes,
are you sure, man? We can search it up.
yes, because
Hold on.
if our universe didn't exist, where did the star come from?
How much of the what do you call that? How many of the scientists believe in the multiverse? Mm, let's see. Multiverse. So it says there that significant evidences, no statistical significant evidence has been found.
There's no significant
No statistic.
evidence that God exists.
No, yeah, hold on. So hold on. So no statistically significant evidence has been found that there's a multiverse. Would you agree with that?
Yes, I
Yes,
could agree
yes,
with
right.
that.
So that means that if you're subscribing to the theory of the multiverse, you're acting towards fate. You have faith that there's a
Yes,
multiverse.
yes,
So you
yes, I
do
do.
act. You don't act scientifically. You act based on faith.
Sure, if you want to go
Right?
like that, but we can say the same thing on the other aspect of
Yeah,
things.
because I agree. I believe that there's a God.
You are allowed to agree that there is a God,
Yeah,
but I disagree with you.
yeah. I mean, we're allowed to disagree. I mean,
I can say the same thing because we have speculation that other scientific things that haven't been proven, but we're
mm-hmm,
still working on it, right?
mm-hmm,
So just because it hasn't been proven, I mean, string theory is a thing.
mm-hmm.
it's a theory that is a step towards a multi-universe. But
Mm-hmm.
think about it this way: if if even if God, right,
Mm.
exists, correct,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't heaven or hell or whatever your belief is,
Mm-hmm.
belief system, it's all different.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't heaven and hell be separate universes?
Well, I don't know if you could call it universes. I think of it as a realm, separate realm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, which is kind of tied into that.
kind of like
So,
the
if
multiverse.
exactly.
Yeah. Well,
So, if you want to say that multiverse is not really plausible, then
mm-hmm.
we can get into that.
Mm,
The
yeah. So,
bottom line is I was raised in Mormonism,
oh,
and
okay. Yeah.
I do not believe that there is a God.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that Jesus Christ was a person. We know he was a person. It's
Oh,
a
okay.
proven fact
Mm-hmm.
that
Well,
he was a
yeah.
human being.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I can say is that scientists have proven that the Bible was not written by one singular person.
Yeah, I agree.
It was written by multiple people.
Yep.
Um, but that is the only proof of the biblical things being true that I
Mm-hmm.
can bring up.
Yeah. So,
That is the
so
only
hold on. You agree that Jesus, the historical Jesus, right? Just the man Jesus, really did it.
me in itself, not the way he was born, not who he said he was. He was a prophet because by definition he was preaching his own gospel.
Mm-hmm.
But in the realm of him being the son of God,
Mm-hmm.
or if you believe he was God incarnate, it's different in
That's different.
religions.
Yeah, I agree because
Um,
scholars don't believe that, right? Like, but they
yeah.
do.
So
Hold on, they do agree that what Jesus said is historically accurate, right? They believe that that's what Jesus said, but they don't believe that it is true what he said. Would you agree?
correct,
Yeah.
correct.
So scholars agree that Jesus did claim to be God himself. It's just that they don't believe that what he claimed is true.
Well, some scholars think that he claimed to be God himself.
Mm-hmm.
Some believe that he just claimed to be the Son of God.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of disagreed upon there. So I can't say that scholars agree 100%
Mm-hmm.
that that he claimed to be God,
Mm-hmm.
because then again, there's the dictation that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
In different sets of scriptures, it depends on how you translate the Bible, and we can't translate the original Bible. It's
Mm-hmm.
written in Aramaic,
Mm-hmm.
so we can't get everything 100%, but we can get things close,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I
So
agree. But
I I
would you
I
also agree that historically Jesus did die on the
yes, he was
cross?
that is a factual
Yeah,
thing. Yes.
yeah, right, yeah. And then would you agree that historically his tomb was empty? 3 days later, his tomb was empty.
That that is not proven.
Well, it's actually historically proven. Search it up. Like it's
It,
proven.
it Okay, so if it is proven, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt,
Mm-hmm.
that's not uncommon in
Mm-hmm.
that time in history. We they were think about it. We have someone who was saying that he was
Mm-hmm.
the son of God,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Or God himself.
Mm-hmm.
Grave robbing was
Mm, okay. It's okay.
a
Okay.
thing.
That's a good one. So let's well not debate. I'll show you my reasoning. You'll show me yours. Right? It's okay. So my reasoning is that yeah, Jesus died, and then at the third day he rose again. That's why the tomb is empty. That's my explanation why the tomb is empty. So you're
Yeah,
saying that the tomb might be empty because of grave robbers?
which was a very
Yeah.
common
Very
thing.
common thing, yeah. But see, the problem there is that the Roman emperor or the Roman governor back then, he specifically assigned two centurions to guard the tomb. So grave robbers wouldn't be able to steal the grave because they would be killed inside because the command was to whatever happens, don't let the grave robbers or even the apostles steal the body, because if the apostles steal the body, then they will say that hey, Jesus really did resurrect. So in order to stop that, to prevent that, the Roman governor assigned two centurions who are willing to kill anyone who tries to steal
Yeah.
his body. And
So
also,
I
hold on, here's another one also with that.
yeah.
And also there's like the big rock That was
Uh-huh.
there. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
covered there, right?
So
Mm-hmm.
I have been inside the tomb that they say is the tomb of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there.
Mm-hmm.
There's first things is it's not exactly structurally sealed,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, historians have agreed that it wasn't completely structurally sealed.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is my understanding were the guards were positioned outside,
Yeah, outside.
not inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
So
so you think they can steal it
I think if someone can use tools, and I've been inside, there's structural
without the
inconsistency.
guards noticing it? And we're talking about centurions here. Like
And
they're
I'm also aware of the story being that the guard fell asleep and
Mhm.
woke up and Jesus was not there.
Yeah.
So
So you think
that,
that
that's where the
so
problem
so
is.
you think that they fell asleep?
I no, that's in the Bible.
Yeah. So they did
Or
fall asleep. But in the
yeah,
Bible it says there that they fell asleep because the angel made them fall asleep and then the angels push away the tomb, the stone in the
y-
tomb.
y- yeah, but then again, that's from a dictation of someone on the outskirts who believed that
Yeah.
Jesus Christ was the
Yeah.
prophet,
So
right?
you're
So
saying that the Roman
I say it's
centurion,
speculation.
yeah, yeah, so speculation. So you're assuming that the Roman centurions who are trained like they're centurions, they're trained to kill, they're virtually special soldiers. Right? And the emperor told them to guard this tomb no matter what. And then they simply fell asleep, both of
Uh,
them, not
y-
taking
y-
turns.
yes, the Romans historically known for following the emperor's orders.
Well, yeah, so here's the thing though. If they didn't follow it, they're gonna get killed, right?
Yeah, they do get killed. But
So they're willing to.
if you want to look back at Rome, we can look back at
Mhm,
Rome where they historically
mhm,
turned against the emperor
mhm,
and did not listen to the emperor half the time. If you
mhm.
want to turn to Rome and look at history, but I think
So if you were,
I
yeah,
think people fell asleep. I think the guards fell asleep and someone took advantage of that, stole the body.
mhm,
And if you wanna talk about that in other scriptures, it's believed that Christ came back, right? He went to the apostles,
yeah, yeah.
and this is argued amongst different religions, but it's believed that Christ had the apostles, or he washed the apostles' feet.
That was before he died.
Different religions. So in Mormonism, what I was taught was he rose, that then the feet washing happened.
Yeah, but that's not in the Bible. I mean, that's
That's in different scriptures that
yeah,
some
and
people state are part of the Bible, and
yeah,
the Book of Mormon has also been scientifically proven to not be written by a single person.
yeah. Plus,
So
also, it was written thousands of no around. Well, Joseph Smith. When did Joseph Smith was born again?
he
Probably
was
a
born
century after, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
18 something.
And so I wouldn't believe what Joseph Smith said because he wrote it 1,000 years after what happened. The disciples, they like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they were contemporaries of Jesus. So they know, they
Yeah,
do recall, right?
yeah.
So I
So the same thing could be, but the problem we have, right, is like you said, these were people who wrote it. It
Mhm,
was proven it wasn't written by one person. I
mhm.
can give you that fact. But it wasn't, it was by people close to Jesus,
Yeah.
right? So we have a form of bias, and
Mm,
um also with other religions and other things, going back to the Mormonism thing,
mhm.
I'm ex-Mormon,
Yeah.
obviously.
Mhm,
So something that we need to look at is at the end of the Book of Mormon, and I'm saying this could be introduced in the biblical things because Joseph Smith did this with using excerpts from the Bible, Freemasonry, stuff like that. That's how he
mm,
came up with this story, what I believe to be a story. So at the end, so his story was I went up to a mountain because an angel came to me in the dream,
mhm,
and he told me that there were golden plates
mhm,
buried from a man named Moroni who is a Native American that
Mm-hmm.
came from Israel. Um, and this is their story of when Jesus came to the Americas.
Mm-hmm. So was
So
anyone with Joseph Smith when that happened?
not during that, but let me
Yeah.
continue.
Okay.
So I don't believe it exists at all. But let me forefront that. I
Mm-hmm.
think he made it up. He's
Okay.
a
Yeah.
known Joseph Smith. four
So we
years.
agree. You
Yeah,
agree. Yeah.
4 years prior, Joseph Smith was arrested for pretending to treasure hunt.
Mm.
So he's a liar.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my belief. But he said that they got these golden plates,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually, after it was translated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, he said because he would always translate them by covering them, and sometimes they wouldn't even be in the same building.
Mm-hmm.
They would always be hidden. No one ever saw them. But he would translate by putting a rock in a hat and holding the hat up to his face, and he said he could tell what the words were, and they
Mm.
appeared upon him. Right.
Yeah.
So that at the end of the book, they have something called the 13 witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what they said was that they saw the golden plates. And if they saw the golden plates, that would almost prove it because Joseph Smith was a very, 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 very poor farmer.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in hell he could get um, plates of gold,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's millions of dollars then and now. So even more then. So they said that they spiritually saw the plates, not that he showed them to him. They spiritually saw them, and that's what their proof was. So we could take that in any form. We can say that they spiritually saw Jesus Christ, right? When he came back.
Hold on. Are you
Um
talking still about those 13 witnesses, or are we talking about the
no,
apostles?
so I'm tying it together.
Oh, okay.
So we can say the same thing happened, and I don't think there's any dictation proving that he was seen again and again. We're in a world, right, at the time where he was obviously a big deal, and he still is a big deal,
Mm-hmm.
but at this time he was known, and we don't have any more people saying that they saw him except for those closest to him.
The apostles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
we
okay.
so like to tie it into the Book of Mormon thing again, the only people who said they saw it were those closest to Joseph Smith.
Mm.
So
So
all of
you're
the 13
comparing it with,
witnesses
yeah.
were either all the 13th witnesses were either his family, his wife's family, or the people who helped him finance the book
Mm-hmm.
or
Okay.
helped him translate it. So the same thing. So, we don't have undeniability, right? Because we have people, the only witnesses were those who were close and benefit, maybe not at the time, but benefit from um,
From the
stating things
story.
like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So okay. So here's the thing, right? So the Jews
Oh,
were against. Oh,
also,
okay.
sorry, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Um, it is proven that the Bible was written by multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
It was proven that Jesus Christ was a real person. It was
Yeah.
not proven that it was them who wrote it. That's never been proven. It's never been proven that it was written by the apostles or any of those
Well,
who it actually says it was written by. It was just proven that it was historically accurate and that Jesus existed,
well,
right?
actually, it can be proven by the church fathers. Like, for example, so John, right, the apostle John, who wrote the gospel according to John, uh, his student was Polycarp and Irenaeus, and I don't know who the other one is. So they were saying that, yeah, John really did wrote the scriptures. So,
That's not what I said. I said that it can't be proven,
well,
right?
they actually did say it. They were saying that John was the one who wrote the scriptures.
Well, that's the only thing that scholars can't agree on. That's what I'm saying. They can't say 100% that it was written by the people who said they wrote it. So that's one thing. And also I can't believe in a God right now with
Mm.
what's happening in our world, and I can't
Mm.
believe some of the stuff that we I can't believe that a God would want a church, that any church in this world
Hmm.
capitalizes on its members. And we all know that.
Like
It
making
all
them
gets
rich.
money.
Yeah.
It makes
Well,
them
I
money.
agree, man.
I'm like, we have
I
the
agree.
what sect are you?
I'm just a Christian, a Bible believing Christian. So Mormonism, yeah,
Okay.
if they're if they're like profiting off of like the people, yeah, that's wrong. I mean, I won't defend that because that's not
Yeah.
what the
I
church
mean,
is about.
we have the Vatican
Yeah, even that. I
entire
agree.
city
I agree.
paid for by
I agree, man. 100% sure. Like I'm also against that, but I'm not arguing for a specific religion. I'm arguing for who Jesus is. So yeah, so let's digest that one by one, right? So yeah, so you're comparing what happened to Joseph Smith with what
no, 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 no. I'm not comparing it. I'm saying that it could be
it
seen
could
in the
be.
same
Yeah,
light. Yeah.
yeah. But here's the thing, though. So the apostles, right? So they were claiming that Jesus did resurrect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they didn't actually get anything good with it because they all
Yeah, they
were.
got killed. They
Yeah,
got killed.
they all were tortured, right? Now, it if it was just a lie, man, why would somebody die for a lie? Like what's they didn't get rich, right? And they were
I
tortured. They were
I
tortured.
mean,
So,
belief is a powerful thing. I mean,
yeah.
we've had Satanists in this country, right?
So
And other beliefs that have died. Why would they die for a lie? In the
so
same regard, there's been a lot of people who have died for other beliefs, right?
so we can at least agree that the apostle